The abyssal plain, the ocean's most profound and lightless realm, is a place of enduring mystery. Even the most seasoned oceanographers and marine biologists speak of it in hushed whispers, their faces etched with a mixture of fascination and dread. It's a world where the sun's rays never penetrate, a realm of crushing pressures and bone-chilling temperatures, where life has evolved into bizarre and terrifying forms. In the darkest depths, it is here that the story of Dr. Lyra Stone and the submersible Imugi unfolds. Dr. Stone, a renowned marine biologist, had dedicated her life to unraveling the secrets of the deep sea. Her relentless pursuit of knowledge led her to the Imugi Project, a groundbreaking endeavor to explore the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. The Imugi, a state-of-the-art submersible designed to withstand the immense pressures of the abyss, was her ticket to the unknown. Dr. Lyra Stone was a woman driven by a relentless curiosity that bordered on obsession. Her office was filled with specimens collected from various ocean depths, each one meticulously labeled and cataloged. But the Mariana Trench had always been her ultimate goal, the final frontier in her quest to understand the mysteries of the deep. She had read every available research paper, studied every sonar scan, and prepared for years. Now, standing on the deck of the research vessel, staring down into the black maw of the ocean, she felt a mixture of exhilaration and dread. The Imugi was an engineering marvel, a submersible capable of withstanding pressures that would crush an ordinary vessel like a soda can. Its hull was made of a combination of titanium and a unique foam, and it was equipped with the latest in deep-sea exploration technology. Dr. Stone had handpicked her crew, each member a specialist in their field. Together, they formed a team that was not only highly skilled but also intensely dedicated to the mission. The descent into the trench was a slow and arduous process. As the Imugi plunged deeper into the darkness, the only illumination came from its powerful spotlights, casting eerie beams through the murky water. Hours turned into a timeless void as the submersible continued its descent, the pressure outside steadily increasing, threatening to crush the vessel like a tin can. The first signs of life appeared as bioluminescent creatures, their spectral glow illuminating the Stygian depths. Strange, gelatinous organisms drifted past, their ethereal forms pulsating with an otherworldly light. The deeper they went, the more bizarre and alien the life forms became. Bioluminescent jellyfish with tentacles trailing for meters, anglerfish with glowing lures dangling from their heads, and monstrous squid with eyes the size of dinner plates. The Imugi was equipped with high-definition cameras and sensitive recording equipment, capturing every moment of the descent. The control room back on the research vessel was filled with scientists monitoring the live feed, their faces reflecting a mixture of awe and apprehension. Dr. Stone provided a running commentary, her voice steady despite the growing tension. As the Imugi approached the bottom of the trench, the sonar picked up a massive object ahead. At first, it appeared to be a geological formation, a towering seamount rising from the abyssal plain. But as they drew closer, the true nature of the object became chillingly apparent. It was not a rock formation but a colossal creature unlike anything Dr. Stone had ever encountered. The creature was massive, dwarfing the Imugi. Its body was covered in thick, leathery skin, and its head was adorned with a crown of bioluminescent spines. Its eyes, massive orbs that glowed with an eerie light, were fixed on the submersible, watching its every move. The Imugi's spotlights illuminated the creature's body, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth and tentacles lined with suckers. The creature's appearance was both terrifying and mesmerizing. Dr. Stone, despite her fear, couldn't help but be awestruck by the sheer majesty of this abyssal leviathan. But her wonder soon turned to horror as the creature began to move. Its tentacles, each as thick as a tree trunk, snaked out towards the Imugi, their suckers grasping at the submersible's hull. The creature's immense strength threatened to crush the vessel, and the crew inside could feel the pressure increasing. The lights inside the submersible flickered and dimmed, and the communication systems began to malfunction. Dr. Stone knew they were in grave danger. The creature was too powerful, and the Imugi was no match for its strength. She ordered the pilot to ascend, but it was too late. The creature's tentacles had wrapped around the submersible, and it was dragging them deeper into the abyss. Panic set in among the crew as the Imugi was plunged into darkness. The hull groaned and creaked under the immense pressure. The lights flickered out completely, and the only sound was the deafening sound and rumble coming from the creature as it crushed the submersible in its grasp. Dr. Stone clung to her seat, her knuckles white with fear. The control panel sparked and shorted out, plunging the interior into a chaotic strobe of emergency lighting. She could hear the screams of her colleagues, their terror palpable in the confined space. The Imugi shuddered violently, its hull buckling under the relentless pressure. Dr. Stone activated the emergency ascent controls, but the creature's grip was too strong. The submersible was being dragged deeper into the trench, into an abyssal void where no human had ever ventured. The creature's tentacles tightened, and the hull of the Imugi began to buckle and crack. Dr. Stone could feel the temperature dropping, the cold seeping through the walls of the submersible. The pressure was unbearable, a crushing force that threatened to implode the vessel at any moment. Desperation took hold as Dr. Stone and her crew realized they were helpless. The creature's bioluminescent eyes stared into the submersible, its gaze filled with a malevolent intelligence. It was toying with them, savoring their fear. Dr. Stone's mind raced as she tried to think of a way to escape. She activated the submersible's external cameras, hoping to find a weakness in the creature's armor. The screens flickered to life, revealing the monstrous form of the abyssal predator. Its tentacles writhed and coiled around the Imugi, its bioluminescent spines casting an eerie glow. With a sudden jolt, the creature began to drag the Imugi towards a massive underwater cavern. The sonar readings showed a vast network of tunnels and chambers, a labyrinthine maze that stretched deep into the ocean floor. Dr. Stone realized they were being taken to the creature's lair, a place where no light could reach and no escape was possible. As the Imugi was pulled into the cavern, the walls closed in around them, the darkness becoming absolute. The submersible's lights flickered and died, leaving them in pitch blackness. The only sound was the creaking of the hull and the low rumble of the creature. Dr. Stone and her crew were plunged into a nightmare, trapped in a lightless tomb with no hope of rescue. The creature's tentacles continued to squeeze, the pressure mounting with each passing second. The hull groaned and buckled, and Dr. Stone knew it was only a matter of time before it gave way. In the suffocating darkness, the crew's panic turned to despair. Dr. Stone could hear their ragged breaths, their whispered prayers, their cries for help. She tried to keep her own fear at bay, focusing on finding a way out, but the reality of their situation was inescapable. The creature's rumbling sounds could be felt through the hull of the Imugi. Dr. Stone felt a cold dread settle over her as she realized the true nature of their captor. This was no ordinary deep-sea predator. It was a primordial being, a relic from a time when the oceans were ruled by monsters. The creature's eyes glowed with a malevolent intelligence, its gaze piercing through the darkness. It seemed to take pleasure in their suffering, its tentacles tightening with each passing moment. Dr. Stone could feel the life being squeezed out of the submersible, the hull buckling under the relentless pressure. In a final, desperate act, Dr. Stone activated the emergency distress beacon. She knew the signal would not bring rescue, but it was their only hope, a last-ditch effort to send a message to the world above. The Imugi shuddered violently as the creature's tentacles tightened. The hull began to crack and groan under the immense pressure. Dr. Stone could feel the cold seeping in, the temperature dropping to near freezing levels. The air was thick with fear, the crew's terror palpable in the confined space. And with a deafening roar, the creature crushed the Imugi in its grasp. The hull buckled and imploded, the metal and foam collapsing under the immense pressure. The crew inside were instantly crushed, their bodies pulverized and their bones shattered. The only trace of their existence was a cloud of debris that slowly settled on the abyssal plain. The creature, having dispatched its prey, retreated back into the darkness, leaving behind only the wreckage of the Imugi. The unspeakable horrors of the deep sea had once again claimed more souls, a stark reminder of the perils that await those who dare to venture into its depths. In the end, Dr. Stone's relentless pursuit of knowledge led her to the ultimate discovery: the abyssal plane was not a place meant for humans. It was a realm of darkness and death, where ancient monsters lurked in the shadows, waiting to claim their next victim. The Imugi and its crew were just another sacrifice to the insatiable hunger of the deep.